So, what is this? Isn't the 911 GT3 the answer to that question? Every generation since the first iteration appeared in 1999 has been the answer, unless you happen to be one of those strange people who disavows the 911. Yes, it is a bit predictable, but it's not the Porsche 911's fault that it's the world's best sports car. Marinated in Porsche's monumental motorsport genius, the GT3 is traditionally the sweetest of the sweet spots and equally devastating on road and on track. While the game is not up yet, Porsche is clearly prepared to go to astonishing lengths to keep the hardcore faithfully happy. The engine is a naturally aspirated 4-litre, has little in common with the unit found elsewhere in the 992 range, and a lot to do with one used in Porsche's GT3 Cup racing car. The power is up from the last generation of car, but only a modest 10 brake horsepower to 503 brake horsepower, torque to 347 pound-feet of torque. Its acceleration is 0 to 62 miles an hour in just 3.4 seconds and has a top speed of 198 miles an hour. The engine is constructed on the same production line as the competition unit, features 6 individual throttle butterfly valves, and there's a new stainless steel exhaust system. In other words, this is a 911 variant with its own bespoke power unit that deliberately eschews the technology used by its siblings. Presumably that's what 911 GT3 customers prefer: no forced induction. And what about the gearbox? Can you still have a manual? Well, the good news is yes, you can. There's a choice of 6-speed, a manual, or a 7-speed PDK. The manual proving far more popular. The PDK is 20 k's lighter than the one used elsewhere, and that's because there's one less ratio and offers a torque vectoring via an electronically controlled diff lock. The manual has a mechanically rear diff lock, and the hardware gives it a weight advantage over the bulkier PDK of some 16.8 kilograms. So how's the weight diet gone with the new 911 GT3? Weight saving is one of the obsessions that makes this car what it is today. Some examples are the carbon fiber roof is 1 kilogram lighter than the regular steel one. The full bucket carbon seats are 15 kilograms lighter than the standard 4-way seats, and stripping out some of the 992's sound deadening material loses another 1.9 kilograms, and if you pony up for the ceramic brakes at 6,500 pounds, you'll save another 17.7 kilograms. And this methodology is in every aspect of the car and ensures that the GT3 with the PDK weighs only 1,435 kilograms, only 5 kilograms more than the outgoing car. An incredible achievement by Porsche Motorsport. And all of this makes the 911 the envy of the world, right? Well, ask any car designer to name the rival product they most admire, and they will definitely cite the 911. The 992 GT3's visual makeover is mainly about aerodynamics, most of it borrowed from a motorsport. The car's surfaces, especially the bits you can see, are very busy, hustling air. There's a 4-stage adjustable splitter at the front, a complex fully paneled underbody, a juicy looking rear diffuser, and possibly the most elaborate rear wing ever seen on a road legal Porsche. It sits on a 4-way manually adjustable so-called swan neck, which improves airflow across the underside of the wing. The upshot is a car whose numbers make the old GT3 look about as aerodynamically sharp as a brick outhouse at 124 miles an hour, with a wing in performance aero setting generates 385 kilograms of downforce, a 150% improvement on the previous generation of GT3. Its front track has also grown by 48 millimeters, and the 911 GT3 is now in mortal danger of losing its wildness that is one of its key attributes. So don't let this Porsche get any bigger, Porsche. So, what's it like on the road? Well, it's clear that the 992 generation of GT3 has got a lot more hardcore edge than the previous 991. That was a car you could envisage using every day. The 992 is slightly firmer machine. You're always aware you're driving something which would rather be tearing around corners. Unbelievably good at that. However, the cabin quality and fixtures give the GT3 great ability. Plus, there is a wide range of options that allow you to configure the car to make it a more of a touring focused and comfortable GT3 to drive every day. So what does this unbelievable 911 GT3 cost? Well, approximately 135,000 pounds, the same for both touring and the GT3. So what's the verdict on the Porsche 911 GT3? Well, in a world that has looked very far from certain recently, it is a relief to know that the 911 GT3 is as sensationally good as ever. So there you go, that was a brief overview of the Porsche 911 GT3 2024. And if you liked our video, don't forget to give us the thumbs up. And please don't forget to subscribe.